This is What Makes America with Timmy.
Welcome back to What Makes America. I'm Timmy, and let's get started on the second episode, Northwest Territories. At the time of its creation, the territory included all the land west of Pennsylvania, northwest of the Ohio River, and east of the Mississippi River below the Great Lakes, and what later became known as the Boundary Waters. The region was ceded to the United States in the Treaty of Paris of 1783. Throughout the Revolutionary War, the region was part of the British province of Quebec and the Western Theater of the War. It spanned all or large parts of 6 eventual U.S. states from Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, Wisconsin, and the northeastern part of Minnesota, reduced to present-day Ohio, and some additional lands north and east on July 4, 1800. It ceased to exist, March 1, 1803, when the southeastern portion of the territory was admitted to the Union as the state of Ohio, and the remainder attached to Indiana Territory. Initially, the territory was governed by martial law under a governor and 3 judges. As population increased, a legislature was formed, as were a succession of counties, eventually totaling 13. At the time of its creation, the land within the territory was largely undisturbed by urban development. It was also home to several Native American cultures, including the Lenape, Miami, Potawatomi, Shawnee, and others. There were a handful of French colonial settlements remaining, plus Clarksville at the Falls of the Ohio. By the time of the territory's dissolution, there were dozens of towns and settlements, a few with thousands of settlers, chiefly along the Ohio and Miami rivers and the south shore of Lake Erie in Ohio. Conflicts between settlers and Native American inhabitants of the territory resulted in the Northwest Indian War, culminating in General Mad Anthony Wayne's victory at Battle of Fallen Timbers in 1794. The subsequent Treaty of Greenville in 1795 opened the way for settlement, particularly in southern and western Ohio. From the 1750s to the peace treaty that ended the War of 1812, the British had a long-standing goal of creating an Indian barrier state, a large Native American state that would cover most of the Old Northwest. It would be independent of the United States and allied with the British, who would use it to block American westward expansion and to build up their control of the North American fur trade headquartered in Montreal. The Northwest Ordinance of 1787 established the Northwest Territory and defined its boundaries, form of government, and administrative structure. In particular, it defined the bodies of government, established the legal basis of land ownership, provided for abolition and transfer of state territorial claims, made rules for admission of new states, and defined the land rights and applicability of laws to the Native Americans. It wasn't until the Louisiana Purchase between 1801 and 1805 that changed America forever. But we'll talk about that in our next episode, called The Louisiana Purchase. Watch episode 1 now to get all caught up. Thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you Tuesday.
What Makes America is sponsored by America 250. Learn more at America250.org.